Stay with me. Let's make it quick. The cycle's gonna kill me. Oh, I'm not doing so hot. What's going on? Felt that one. Settle this right now. You're dead. I don't mess around. Oh God, I feel sick. This can't be happening.
I'm afraid you have a strong will after all. That woman was trying to run us out of town. Now take care of her security board so that Sig can have his jet back.
You don't look like you're from around here.
Shall we conduct business?
I'll take the black market biomod.
The Omar appreciate your business. Shall we?
Surveillance heuristics.
Give me the energy cell.
The Omar. Shall we?
Maybe later.
Very well.
I expect compliance.
Yes, let's spread out. I bet we can scare a scab out of a toad. Time for business. Get this feed.
Look like an enclave type.
They'll always need us for their dirty work. Like my brother Danny, who cleans the bots that how would he get to work without being put in? No active weapons in the greasel pit. First you gotta transmit the safety lock codes to freeze anything you're carrying. Then I let you in. Otherwise, take a hike.
Go ahead, send the code.
Thanks. There's sensors that will reactivate everything on your way out. You're clear to go in now.
But what about the apartment?
I already picked up my gear.
Your gear? You're leaving? Sid, you made me get this big place. Do you know how high my rent is?
Well. An Enclave kid comes down to cruise the slums on Daddy's credit line. First time at sea level?
My parents are dead. They were in Chicago at the time of the attack.
Oh, sorry, mate. Just talking chuff, no offense.
Sure.
Sid Black. Call me Sid. Best jet jockey in the Northern Hemisphere. So, you're on your own? If you need a lift, I'm game. All you gotta do is bail out my jet and give me a little something for my trouble.
Who has your jet?
Sophia Sack, crime boss of the port. Holds court in the Heron's Loft building on the other side of town past the Order Church. Took my jet because she said I came up short on a shipment, but she's a lying thief. Everyone knows Sid's never lost a load.
How much do you charge your passengers?
The going rate. But I'm up the Swanee until I get those mercs away from my jet. Maybe you could arrange an accident, know what I mean? Eliminate Sack and her 2-bit security force. You look like the type. Sorry, old boy. Can't do much till I get my wings back.
How's it going? What do you want?
More uptown Phoebes every day.
Responding to the rioting in Trier, WTO Director Chad Dumier made a gesture of reconciliation today. He offered to meet with Order High Priestess Her Holiness for talks designed to ease misunderstanding between the two groups. The WTO is wrongly equated with blind commercialism, says Dumier, just as the Order is wrongly equated with fanaticism.
If we learn to listen to each other, we can coexist peacefully. The WTO fully supports freedom of thought and freedom of religion.
No response yet from the Order. Anti-WTO rioting broke out for the third time recently at the Panzerworks factory in Trier. Many blame Order agitators for the violence.
Yeah, I got a lot on my mind.
Another lucky night. Bet 100 on chicken liver. 5 to 1 odds, baby.
A new face. Interesting. Introduce yourself.
Is this a prank call or something? Funny way to meet people.
I search every place I can. You're very close, but not quite the one I'm looking for.
Close to what?
You look modified.
So?
I need help. I'm a helicopter pilot. They're holding me captive, along with my chopper, at the WTO terminal in Upper Seattle.
I just came from Upper Seattle. How'd you get this call past WTO security?
I've tapped into the terminal's local network. The passcode to the hangar holding my vehicle is 00485. Get me out of here, and I'll fly you anywhere you want, free of charge.
I've risked my neck for less. I'll think about it.
pit's downstairs.
Yes, I'm upset. Leave me alone.
Talking about personal space, yo.
I need to get more sleep. Match 7. Gobs are in the chute. Buy-in is the house minimum. Odds are 1 to 1.
You really have cockfights with transgenics down here?
Hey, better watch the feed speak around the pit, or these scabs, not me of course, but these other scabs might take advantage. Know what I'm saying?
Sorry. So how do I know which transgenic to bet on? They all look the same to me.
You work in a lab or something?
Something like that.
Well, we fight gobs down here. Green gobs, brown gobs, baby-stealing, sewer-slinking, good-eating gobs. Follow me? Right now, it's Green Dragon in the North Chute, Shutterbug in the South. Walk around, check the fighters, and let me know where you want to put your money.
Let me think about it.
Make it quick. Gobzilla's on deck.
The bookie's at the south door.
Mean sons of bitches, that's for sure. Looking for a sure thing? She's right under the grate there. Check out the scales on that girl. That's Green Dragon, a new gob fresh from the sewer. Mean as nails.
She been in many fights?
A greasel don't grow up wild and not get in fights. I said this gob is fresh, understand? Been hunting scab winos for years.
I'll take your word for it.
Hey Jack, listen up. Wanna script some real cash? You look like the mercenary type.
Depends on what you mean by script.
Final match is 4 to 1 odds. Buy-in begins right after this fight, after which the odds stand, even if something happens to one trainer's lineup.
You want me to kill someone's greasel?
Shh! I'm talking about the champ Gobzilla. Follow me? She's still at Tina's pad in the Heron's Loft building near the Inclinator, apartment 22. I'll give you a bounty if that gob dies. Plus, you get to make bank on the 4 to 1 situation. Cool?
I'll think about it.
Now for the big time.
But I talked to Mr. Pelham, one-on-one. He laid it all out, straight up.
Uh-huh.
Templar stand for something, you know. It's ancient, it's philosophy, and it scripts that paps up all that Her Holiness love and meditate. Mumble to yourself.
These guys are mercenaries. They pitch whatever creed their boss tells them to.
Just haven't ever really studied the Knights Templar. They have the same basic ideas as the Order Church, but they believe it, they fight for it, and they don't rip off a bunch of other religions.
Holiness wants to bring everyone together. It's called koinonia, fellowship and communication. Yeah, koinonia. I think it's Greek.
You seekers are just little parrots. Repeating a new batch of words every week. There's a new sheriff in town, in case you want to know.
I am studying Accolot, a mental factor for inebriation.
Leo,
Chicago, you made it out.
what are you doing down here? Signing up with the Order Church like Billy?
Terrorists.
The WTO?
Leeches. They want a monopoly on everything, including security agents.
Then what are you gonna do?
You need work, you go to the pit. This is what I did. I found work. Mercenary. Black market. In a few hours, they sent me to Egypt. You said you never heard of Leo Jankowski? Well, you just wait.
I thought you wanted to be a corporate heavy.
I've been thinking about this. I don't want to be a lab monkey or be in anybody's army. I don't want to be a piece of meat they fight over. Corporate heavy, maybe. But right now, I work for myself.
He's always leaving me.
If you're ready to leave, just head out, and the sensors will automatically reactivate everything. They'll always need us for their dirty work. Like my brother Danny. Cleans the bots that clean the floors. How would he get...
My shop's closed right now. Not a lot of late-night drinkers in this part of town.
No active weapons in the...
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Any luck?
It's done.
Serious?
Serious. Godzilla's history. You've got a good shot at the title.
That's what I wanted to hear. Here's the payoff. It's all I got. You want more? Bet on Snake Eyes in the World Championship.
What's it gonna be?
My money's on Green Dragon.
Yeah, Green Dragon. I put my money on sewer gobs every time. They're meaner. How much you want to bet?
Here you go. Name's Alex D.
D for Upper Seattle Dandy?
D for don't ask.
Well, better get your buns over to the pit. Your gob's dropping into the fire.
Rip him shreds! That's more like it. That's got a sting. I want to see some guts. Come on.
Tough luck.
Thanks.
Come back.
Thanks for the...
You're ready to leave, just head out. The sensors will automatically... They'll always need us for their dirty work. Like my brother Danny. He cleans the bots that clean the floors of the...
Looks like things are getting back to normal.
Bet you thought I was gonna rip you off, huh?
Fire alert.
Time for business. Script time.
Seek a higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship.
Yo.
Greetings.
Seek a higher path. Seek order. Join us for worship at the Hartford Turbine Factory Pharmacy.
It's been a long week.
Hey there.
I took care of that lawyer, Kevin O'Rourke. He won't be bothering your customers anymore.
Splendid. Here's your money. I knew you were the type when you walked in the front door.
What about the VIP membership?
First, you must agree to abide by certain rules. Number 1, membership is confidential. You do not disclose the names of other members to anyone. Understand?
I understand.
Number 2, you stay in the VIP lounge. No snooping around club offices.
Got it.
Okay. The security door for the stairwell to the VIP lounge is on the ground floor. The code is 11413. Obey the rules and have a good time.
Turning into a real fight!
Superior systems, but inferior tactics. Very advanced prototype. Interesting.
You found the financial data that the Enclave Civic Manager is interested in. Evidence of tax evasion, I bet. I'm sure he would be happy to give you a citizen's bonus if you want more information to the WTO terminal.
The coffee's destroyed.
Yeah? All of it?
They'll have to replace the entire inventory.
Good work, Tarsus men. Here's your compensation. I wonder what lucky corporations get to hire the Tarsus grads.
I'm afraid the school keeps its industry contracts classified, even from us.
I would expect as much, considering the hostile business climate. Anyone get hurt earlier tonight during the bombing, or whatever it was?
Some scientists. It was more like a raid.
Interesting. The Order doesn't usually get tangled up in corporate rivalries.
Well, thanks for the credits. I better be going.
The new face of hate. They call themselves the Ninth Temple.
Onward, Order soldiers.
Greetings.
New fare, 5 times the old one.
5 times? That's quite an increase.
Uh-huh.
Don't WTO policies discourage price fluctuations?
Huh?
You know, the zoning rules, licensing procedures, the constant monitoring of markets. A 5-fold price hike is pretty unusual.
Well, I'm not too political.
You trying to make a quick buck or something?
No, man. Lay off that script. I'm just selling passes.
Take it easy.
Uh-huh.
Keep moving.
Time for business.
Getting ugly!
Got me in the eyes!
Get in there! Come on!
Hurt me? I hurt you times 2!
This is... that's got my attention. That's got my attention.
Ah, Alex D. Nice work in the Inclinator there. The WTO appreciates your work to keep the commerce routes open. And Chief Morgan has had a lot to say about you.
I haven't had the chance to talk to her yet.
Then be sure you talk to Chief Morgan as soon as you can. She's in Europe right now, but she'll address you from the holocom in her office. Go up the stairs, hang a right, and look for the management wing on your left.
They have me in the hangar on the lower level. Be prepared. I'm being guarded by a WTO security force.
The WTO could really use an agent like you, and we could offer you a kind of mobility no one else can.
What do you mean?
As you know, after the collapse, it was the WTO that started putting the pieces together, creating safe, clean, profitable enclaves, and opening up and regulating trade between them. With this web of structures in place globally, we can offer an agent many opportunities in many locations.
The WTO does some admirable work, but couldn't it lead to the same kind of over-centralization that made the world so vulnerable to the collapse in the first place?
Far from it. We're encouraging relations between the enclaves, not complete mergers. We want to keep competition dynamic and individuality vibrant.
They're all good intentions.
You could be a part of it. Your fellow student from Tarsus, Clara Sparks, has already accepted a position here. Think about it. We're trying to create a new peace where everyone has access to goods that they need and has a mutual interest in keeping commerce flowing.
I told you, we can't trust Tarsus or the WTO. You really should come to our church and hear what the Order has to say. Her Holiness will open your eyes. May she watch over you.
I cannot believe these delays today. Seattle should have their WTO charter revoked for how poorly they're handling this.
What a strange day. All this commotion at the terminal. They towed in some helicopter not too long ago.
Another thrill-packed afternoon, huh?
What a day. WTO is getting nervous after all that's going on in Seattle.
I heard there was trouble at Tarsus today.
You bumped me. Back off.
Something didn't add up quite right on last night's shipment.
Yeah, it seemed like the paperwork was kinda odd on that one. They shuffled back to the Flight Bay 24 storage room so quickly. Passengers and patrons should be prepared for delays.
Welcome to the WTO air terminal.
At least one trainee besides me reported to the authorities. Have you seen Leo?
Yeah, he's laying low like Dr. Nassif requested. Billy seems to be mixed up with the Order Church.
They can do what they want, I guess. I can't believe that Tarsus is a front after all those years of training.
What's going on back there?
A suspicious helicopter was circling the city. Fortunately, both the pilot and the aircraft are now in WTO custody.
Order reconnaissance?
The pilot will be interrogated. I shouldn't tell you more than that.
So you're on the WTO payroll now, huh?
I'm just glad I didn't have a reaction to whatever the Tarsus people were shooting into our veins, and now I've got a security assignment. That's all I ever wanted from that place.
What about the situation in the Inclinator?
Under control. The maintenance crew got right on it.
Please accept the sincere apologies of Standard Security. Our people should have screened out the terrorists at the lower Seattle entrance.
I'm not blaming you personally.
I'm the one who has to face the music, especially given the Chicago situation.
I have to admit, there's been some talk here of replacing SSC security guards with WTO military. I expect there will be some fallout. Just wanted to let you know that we have the situation in hand.
I took a peek at the club's records.
Yeah? What's that scumbag up to? Give me something I can get a warrant with, and it means a citizen's bonus to you.
Here's the data I uncovered. Looks like the owner has some undeclared sources of income.
I knew it! That man's made a fool out of me for the last time. By tomorrow, he'll be eating rats out of a Queequeg's dumpster. Mark my word. Here's your reward. I have some subpoenas to write. That's one thing about the WTO. Justice is swift.
Chief Morgan, you wanted to see me?
I want to hear what you know about the terrorist attack that led to your escape from Tarsus Academy.
The Order wanted to stop the experiment. That's about all I know.
We were watching that facility ourselves. Ever heard of an organization codenamed Apostle Core?
Sounds like a cult.
Apostle Core made your biomods. I'm not blaming you, but the technology diverges wildly from piezochem biomods, the only ones approved for sale.
You're investigating this Apostle Core for patent infringement?
Market disruption. The genius of the Apostle Core product is that it restructures any host DNA to tolerate biomodification, whereas the standard infusions work for only 1 in 20 patients. Apostle Core could go commercial and devastate biomod prices.
In other words, you want modified people to hold their value like real estate.
If you put it that way. We don't want another collapse. What you can do for us is follow up on your discovery at the Minister of Culture's penthouse. Check out the Mako lab north of town. We know they've been doing illegal weapons research, and that your former trainer, Dr. Nassif, has contacts there. You'll need to hire a pilot and leave at once.
You don't have any extra pilots?
The Chicago disaster is occupying every available craft. You shouldn't have any trouble finding a pilot at the Greasel Pit Bar in Lower Seattle. I don't care who flies you in, just get there. Mako is developing a new firearm called the Mag-Rail. In addition to finding Nassif, the WTO needs an agent who can get us the Mag-Rail schematic. I hope that will be you, Alex.
Guess I better check out the Greasel Pit.
The WTO is fighting an invisible war against several formidable enemies. Give us your loyalty, Alex. We need it.
I've got work to do. WTO flights are usually on schedule, but not today. Just had this pressed.
All WTO personnel are required to
They haven't been able to unlock my cockpit yet. I'm ready to fly as soon as you do two things. First, disable the ground-to-air missile batteries to the southwest and northwest. Then, go to the control room to activate the pilot beacon.
This stuff at Tarsus today just proves my point. The Order needs to be banned from WTO ground.
What about freedom of religion?
That's no religion, that's a cult. They lure weak-minded people to their meetings and brainwash them into terrorists.
Some of my friends go to those meetings and say they're not militaristic at all. It's all harmless mumbo-jumbo as far as I'm concerned.
Did the attack on Tarsus seem harmless to you? These people are crazy. They need to be dealt with.
Strange. Funny.
Intruder not found.
Must have slipped away. Damn. Must have slipped away. Damn. Must have slipped away. Oh, that's it! That was a wonder what to make of that.
Signal disruption.
That takes care of one missile battery. Now disable the one at the other corner of the building.
Unauthorized contact. Responding.
Perfect.
Damage sustained. Termination.
Hey! It'll take more than that.
All set. Hop in and let's get out of here.
Investigating specific threat.
Ha! I'll be okay.
Oh, not good. Oh!
The Mako facility north of town. Who do you work for? You mentioned a mission.
I will take you to the facility. Realize, however, that I must minimize the danger to my helicopter. I can't provide air cover or take unnecessary risks.
Risks that might jeopardize your mission, I presume.
I can't reveal anything more. Be informed, however, that when I locate my passenger, you will have to hire another pilot.
I guess I can't complain if you aren't charging me.
Also, once I'm in the air, I'm not coming back to Seattle. I'm sure you understand. The authorities will be waiting for me.
I'm ready. Let's go.
It will be unsafe for me to approach any closer to the Mako Ballistics campus. You will have to bypass the facility's defenses on your own.
I don't appreciate you stealing that helicopter, but I'm prepared to overlook the incident if you come through for us at Mako Ballistics. Get inside the main complex. Expect heavy security around the perimeter, including automated surveillance and armed guards. Your assignment will be to locate the prototype of the Templar-funded mag rail so that my people can upload a schematic. More later.
Systems updated twice daily from available
Don't tell me. You're one of them big city reporters. Thinks he's gonna bluff the management into giving him a peek at the new weapon.
How does a groundskeeper know about a classified prototype?
I was in on a consultation. That sucker they built shoots through walls. I'm supposed to keep an eye on the ecological impacts and not go too close to the rear of the complex.
I'd really like to see it.
Well, they only let me go as far as the storage closet, but for the right price, I could give you the code to the front door.
Here's some money for the door code.
Right on. Code's 5543. Just don't get yourself shot like the last guy. Serious. Watch out for the automated turrets.
This is Security Alert. We have information on a possible external threat to this campus. As always, discuss your work with no one outside the company. Communicate electronically only on the Mako network. And starting now, no visitors. Our automated systems won't care whether it's a suicide bomber or your grandma. Be safe. Now let's make a great weapon.
New repair tasks welcome. Greetings.
Dr. Patman, please report to the ballistics lab. Dr. Patman, please report to the ballistics lab.
That's the main entrance. You either have to get your hands on the door code or blast your way in with some kind of explosive.
So, the WTO wants you to steal the Magrail schematics. Don't be fooled. They will monopolize the technology for their own security forces. The order asks that you kill the scientist who developed the gun. We will send Mako a message. Such work breeds nothing but strife and suffering.
Oh, well, I'll just buy another one. I need to clean out my wardrobe.
zone. The violator is advised to leave immediately.
Sheila, we're still waiting on that inventory audit. In particular, we need numbers for servo mechs, energy clips, rotator bearings, and copies from your department.
Hello, sir. Good day. That's strange. Just 1 minute! I said I wanted
Turn back. Unauthorized personnel presumed to be hostile. The violator is advised to leave immediately.
This is Security Alert. We have information on the possible possible external threat to this campus. As always, discuss your work with no one outside the company. Communicate electronically only on the Mako network. Starting now, no visitors. Automated.
Can I help you?
Are you the one who designed the mag rail?
Chief Engineer. How'd you get down here?
I wandered off the tour. So you're custom designing weapons for this group calling itself the Templars?
Talk to sales. I just built the thing. Don't ask me why we want to arm a bunch of bigots. Genetic purists.
Doesn't sound like you believe in your work.
If the Templars are so appalled by body modification, what do they plan to do with 50,000 magnetic pulse firearms, hmm?
What if I wanted to take a look at the prototype?
Doesn't matter much to me. Sure, take a look. Go over to the weapon case and get ready to press that button. Meanwhile, I'll unlock the controls from the safety of my office. No offense, but I'm not standing out in the open while a stranger is fingering the trigger of the mag rail.
Thanks. I promise not to break it.
Just wait by the case. I'll unlock the access panel.
Should have been here an hour ago. Let me fire one.
Dr. Manis, we recognize that someone of your stature at Mako Ballistics is involved in several top-ranking development projects. We also know that we've given you millions of credits for this exclusive contract, so we feel we are within rights to demand that you meet your deadlines and provide another demonstration as soon as possible. Secured and will be analyzed by our experts. Well done. We will have another mission for you as soon as you learn where Dr. Nassif went. Look for clues in the biolab on the second floor. Those nanomanipulators in the Minister of Culture's penthouse were headed for a scientist there, probably an apostle core sleeper agent.
Wonder if I should let it be a false alarm.
Insist on following the WTO's creed and self-interest. Think about all the people that will be endangered now that they have the schematics for its weapon. May Her Holiness help you find a way out of the WTO's snare.
Don, have you seen the latest ballistics on Project Xenos? We finally did it. Now we've just got to fix that bug in the threat assessment firmware.
That sounded a little suspicious.
Dr. Nassif.
I heard you talking about Dr. Nassif.
This is a private laboratory. State your business.
I'm interested in contacting her. I was told that I could find her here.
You were mistaken.
I'm from the Tarsus program. Dr. Nassif would want me to be taken back into custody.
Tarsus? Oh well, we don't know anything about the trials. Don't tell me there's been an escape. I warned Dr. Nassif. I said that if she wasn't careful, they'd end up with a J.C. Denton on their hands.
I guess you're here to wipe us out, like J.C. Denton wiped out the people who ran his trials. Well, we aren't as diabolical as MJ-12 was. I hope you aren't planning to trigger another collapse.
I guess it depends. Is there a connection? I mean, between the Tarsus experiment and the initial biomod research?
Not that I know of, but Dr. Nassif did give me a strange reply when I mentioned the Dentons.
How so?
She said that in the life sciences, one should never be surprised when the snake swallows its own tail.
Just like her to flaunt her position.
A pretty cryptic comment.
Enough talk. You've put us in danger by coming here.
Sorry, just trying not to get left behind.
Talk to the Chicago project director. He's on the other side of the biolab. I'm pretty sure he ran the trials, but he doesn't tell us much.
The nanomanipulators in the Minister of Culture's penthouse were intended for scientists in this lab. Search the lab director's office for evidence about Dr. Nassif's whereabouts.
It looks like the phrenology team is going to make their deadline after all. Get in touch with me so we can plan the next phase.
Closer to home now. Your science is too cruel. Rest.
That's enough. I'm leaving.
Let's earn ourselves.
Oh my god, a body!
You.
Yeah?
Your instructions were to remain in hiding until one of us contacted you.
You look like the man on the holocom who warned Dr. Nassif about the security breach.
I guess someone put you on our trail. Didn't take him long to get to you, did it?
I'm just looking for some answers. Tell me about the Magrail project and what it has to do with Apostle Corps.
Apostle Corps is not in the weapons business. Our people here control the biolab, that's it. We've been investigating the railgun project ourselves because it looks like Mako is gearing up for a large arms shipment. 500,000 units. We think the guns are headed for the Knights Templar.
Since when are there 500,000 Templars? That's as big as the security force of the WTO.
Exactly. The Order and WTO are just as worried as we are. The post-collapse balance of power is quite precarious.
What do the Templars want? World domination?
A world in their own image, perhaps. One that wouldn't include Apostle Corps. They categorically oppose all biomod technologies. We think they might have staged the Chicago attack merely to ensure that our laboratory was destroyed.
Destroy a whole city? For one laboratory?
If our other facilities survive, you will learn why. Until then, to reveal more would be unwise.
I want to see Dr. Nassif.
Dr. Nassif will contact you. Now leave at once. You are too valuable to us to be risking your life in foolish expeditions.
Don't trust this guy. Keep looking. We need to know Dr. Nassif's location. Search the director's private office off this room for clues to her whereabouts. A data cube or V-mail may point the way.
Please, listen to me. The secrecy of our organization is vital, not just to you, but to billions of people who will be affected by our research. You're behaving like a fool.
Anybody listen? No.
I'm wounded! Just save yourself!
We're seeing some aberrant behaviors in the target locking mechanism.
Consider piezochem network. Piezochem, there for life. Biological restoration in progress. Finished repairing damage.
Just confirming my departure. No contact from Cairo yet. I don't know what we'll do if headquarters gets hit as well. More after I arrive in Egypt.
So Apostle Corps has some sort of home base in Cairo. I think you found your next line of investigation. Your pilot will be waiting for you on the roof.
Patience. All of us, Dr. Nassif included, were once trainees like you.
Oh, I think something's going on here.
That's enough. I'm leaving.
It looks like the phrenology team is going to make their deadline after all. Get in touch with me so we can plan the next phase.
I can't!
Well, that's what they pay me for. Deterrence.
Ready when you are, Alex. Look for me on the roof.
We've got... Back me up! Help me out, why don't ya? I'm hurt pretty bad. Time to punch out. Watch out! Pull the pin!
Remember, bots are programmed to neutralize any unidentified individuals.
Tactic anticipated.
Got to stop.
Please remember to clean the facility kitchen when you are finished using it.
Target occluded.
I'm gonna take care of this. Here we go. I lost the target.
Have ID at all times.
Thanks for sticking around. What are the chances that you could take me to Cairo?
Cairo would be an acceptable destination. I haven't yet searched Cairo for my passenger.
Is that what you do? Go from city to city looking for one person?
It's an unusual assignment, but I'm committed to carrying it out. Let's go.
All right, I'm ready.
was unable to locate Cairo International Airport. This small landing pad was the closest I could come to the city center.
Why'd you expect to find an international airport?
According to my map, there should be an airport 22 kilometers northeast of central Cairo. Instead, that seems to be the site of a landfill.
There hasn't been commercial air travel since the collapse, 20 years ago.
Perhaps my navigation database is out of date.
I'm talking about the collapse, the biggest depression in world history. I guess you don't follow current events.
Of course I know about the collapse. If I fail to find the passenger I'm looking for, I'll be available to take you to another destination. If so, we'll leave from this landing pad.
Once again, good work in Seattle. The WTO is making good use of the data. Your next objective? Destroy the Nassif family's greenhouse, which is in the northwest corner of the South Medina. The experimental greenhouse, a violation of WTO regulations, should lead us to Dr. Nassif.
Stand back. SSC on duty.
Just taking a break. Actually, I'm looking for work.
I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our small Medina.
Hi, name's Alex.
Pardon the simplicity of this drawing, but I like to give newcomers a map so they can find their way around. The local business owners are always complaining that they don't get enough foot traffic.
Thanks. That's very thoughtful.
Well, someone new in the Medina. Don't worry about catching the plague at my little coffee stand. We are a high-priority zone for the bots, and we sterilize our equipment with infrasound.
That's good to hear.
People come to the old city to find the black market. Is that why you risk getting infected?
Security must be pretty non-existent around here. Is there a lot of crime?
Not my concern. There is always strife. I asked because I can make a deal for someone who could get into the new Cairo arcology and do Queequegs a favor.
I'm listening.
The regional director has been disappointed in my profits since the intensification of Nanite Swell 11. I lose the shop if I can't find a way to impress him.
What am I supposed to do?
NG Resonance is playing a concert in the arcology tomorrow. I need someone to convince her to endorse Queequegs. From what I hear, her manager, Miss Withers, can easily be bribed. Try to catch her waiting for NG and offer her some money. If she accepts, I will compensate you with a choice of several weapon mods, which I found on a dead Omar.
Miss Withers, huh? I'll let you know if I run into her.
I need a miracle to save my job. Please find a way to get that NG endorsement.
I'll let you know how it goes.
I can't find a job in the Medina, and I can't get a work pass for the arcology.
Gotta keep walking the same crappy beat.
We'll try to overlook your betrayal at the Mako facility if you help us find Dr. Nassif. She comes from a poor family in this plague-stricken village. Billy Adams will be coordinating the investigation from the mosque that lies between the arcology and the village. Report to her at once.
Slow down. I have to see your arcology pass before I can let you in.
I don't have one. How do I get one?
If you don't already have one, then you're probably not supposed to have one. But there might be a compromise.
Such as?
There are those in the Medina who might get you a pass for a price, but really all they're looking for are mercenaries to do their dirty work. Me? I just want to help people out. Give me a few credits for my trouble and I'll act like you've got a pass.
No thanks. I'll find another way to get in.